Good morning, everyone. So today we're just doing some price action reading. But if we see already here on the ES S&P, this would have been a perfect setup here, short off of this 5-minute fair value gap. A 5-point stop. Nice 1 to 2 there. I think did it tap just right there. So this is your 5-minute fair value gap right in here. I wasn't able to get in because I was setting up the Zoom and sending out the link right when it was tapping in, and it just tanked. But if we look on why I thought it was gonna drop, if you look on Nasdaq's already hit sell side here. We took buy side overnight. Took the Asian high here. Broke market structure once, twice, tapped in here. Used this as an order block. Then we drop down, and if you notice in here, just before 10, NAS was making a lower low, and looking at ES, we had made a higher high. So NAS was already showing sell side, a run on sell side towards this low here, and ES had not dropped yet. So using this 5-minute fair value gap, you could have entered here with your 5-point stop, and then 5 to 10 points right there. Okay. We also have a breaker here with high, low, higher high. So if we leave this open in here, this could potentially be a breaker using this area in here over. Technically, the entire breaker would be this candle as well. But we can use these last two down close candles before this up move, which is higher than these highs. So high, low, higher high. Now, if we close below here, this low, which we did, you can use this as a type of quote unquote resistance. If we leave this fair value gap open here on the 5-minute as well, then this breaker combined with this fair value gap, right, is that's the unicorn setup. So could it look to enter in here? With this setup, I would probably go stops above the high, a little bit riskier. And then target 5 to 10 here. see Nas. Sell side over here. You notice ES has not um, hit this low yet. Yeah. Yeah, Jacob. So ES does seem to be the sixth sister here where it's trying to catch up to NASDAQ. So NASDAQ pretty heavy here. This 5 minute fair value gap would have been money. So when you're trading silver bullet, you don't necessarily have to always uh, wait for a liquidity sweep and or wait for a fair value gap inside of the 10 to 11 o'clock window. Okay, you can use fair value gaps that are the just outside the 10 o'clock window, like this. Okay, so right at 10 was a nice entry. For anyone that jumped in a little bit sooner, we had a higher high, low, and higher high on ES, but NASDAQ was showing a lower low already towards sell side. So ES was going to catch up. Okay, so we had smart money tool there with the divergence. And then we also, why I have this marked up is because we have this high, low, and then higher high. These highs are higher than this one, but now we've closed below these two down closed candles in the middle of this formation, and we've left this fair value gap open. So we have uh, a breaker because we broke below, and we have a bearish fair value gap. So breaker plus fair value gap. This is your unicorn setup, right? So, but since tomorrow is NFP today, it can do what it wants. It can chop around. It can consolidate in here. Usually on these weeks, I don't know if you guys have heard ICT say you want to be done by Wednesday for the most part, especially if you're newer to these concepts and newer to trading. Um, look for maybe one setup Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then be done for the week. Ah, 33. Mhm. Let's see. 5 points would be there. So since we have NFP, I'm just going to take it 5 points here. If it gives it. So tapping into this breaker for value cap again. And Q tapping into this 5 minute. If it can drop down 5 points, we'll move the stop down to 5. I take profit to 5. Who would have got our entry here inside of the fair value gap? We would have got our 5 already there, 650. 6 points, 6.5 points. But that's all right. Nice guy. It could just stop us out here though. But we'll see if this holds. This is tomorrow's non-farm payroll, so really this is it's risky to trade today. So yeah, sketchy week. Yeah. But a good sign would be for the candle body to close inside here. We can wick above, but candle body, we want to respect these PD arrays. And Q inside of this fair value gap. Now, what you could do inside of this 5 minute is come to the 30-second. See if we have any displacement. And then return back into displacement back down would be ICT Sun's strategy mixed with the silver bullet. Nice closure inside of the breaker still. YM's just moving. US 30's just been moving sideways in here. Watching paint dry at the moment. Yeah. Inside this 30-second, you should maybe see if this holds there. Would not be too bad right now if it wasn't for my late entry there and not waiting for it to come back up. Try to get in just in case it was going to run, but nonetheless. Boom. Here we go. There's your 5 points. Next, it's sell side. Could be down here. Why? Well, if you look at NQ, we already took this low, but on ES, we have yet to take this low. Let's go TC yet. So trail your stops here if you're still holding to down here. Trail at 5. Got my 10 points. Good job, AJ. Thanks. No problem. So, quick recap for anyone that got in late before we hop off here. We look at NQ overnight. We had the Asian range, minute opening price here in the purple line, which is where price opened up here at midnight. Always have your chart set to New York time, UTC -4. We took the buy side, which was this swing high over here, and Asia highs. Dropped down, broke market structure twice. 1, 2, tap back up, used this as an order block, tanked down, I was looking at ES and S&P. You notice NASDAQ made this lower low just before 10 o'clock, and ES made this higher, a lower high, or higher low here, right? So this was showing me that and NASDAQ had taken sell side pretty much already, or was heading towards sell side. And ES was still working on it, right? So we did tap into this 5-minute right at the open, which would have been nice. But we had this high, low, higher high inside of here. So when you have this and you close below this pattern, so high, low, higher high, go to the middle, these two down closing candles be used as a breaker, right? So once this candle closed candle body below here, this confirmed the breaker. We left this fair value gap open on the 5-minute. So you have a breaker plus the fair value gap, which is your unicorn setup, which is very, very high probability. So look at that. Boom. I mean, you can't get any better than this, guys. So was real conservative today because tomorrow's NFP. So a little bit of weird RR here, just because technically we have this whole candle and these two candles is your whole breaker. So it could have came up around 50% of this huge breaker tapped in here, but I wanted it to respect this fair value gap. We can mohawk up a little bit, right? And then, but if you watch the candle bodies, all the candle bodies were closing inside this breaker respectfully. So if I would have waited, got a little bit of FOMO on the trade, would have waited, stops at 5, you still would have been good here. I don't think spread would have taken you out. But yeah, very, very solid trade. Everything lined up. Again, if you got in, better entry on the breaker and fair value gap. There's your 10, 5 to 10, your 1 to 2, and then sell side just taken now at 1040. So textbook trade. These are all the things that we look for when we go live. This is exactly, we had so many confirmations. We had buy side taken overnight. We had the breaker. We had smart money divergence, unicorn set up with the fair value gap and the breaker. So we had a 6 sister concept. So there's 4 ICT concepts you guys got to see live right here. So really, really good morning here. So hope you guys got a lot out of this. Hope everyone had a great trading morning. Cool. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to hop off here and go eat some breakfast and have some coffee. So I'm done for the day. Be done for the week. Until next week. We have boot camp on Monday if you're in there. It's still open for anyone. If you go into the announcements channel, there's a discount code for anyone that wants to get in the boot camp. And otherwise, I'll see everybody Tuesday morning for the next live session. So I will catch you guys later. I appreciate every one of you guys that hopped on this morning with me. And I will catch you guys later.